Just scroll up in Discord.
Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month and you get access to some cool emotes. If you are interested in joining any of our games, we have open slots available in the Friday evening for an epic level campaign and 2 slots before we can begin a brand new adventure Friday early afternoons. If you're interested in any of this, be sure to reach out to me and just let me know. All right, Zuzar, tell us what happened.
Cool. I don't really do this, so here we go. We finally catch up to Tilly around a cave with a small area of fog. As Capriccio dispels one of the fog clouds, Tilly appears in a draconic form, breathing a cone of damage on most of us. We try to engage her, but she's trapped most of the area with pits and other sorts of traps. And she liked to dance between the fog clouds to make it very difficult for any of us melee people to get close. Argan summoned Bigby's hand to hold her in place while we all attempted to get close to her. She charmed myself and Braska to save the animals, which basically just made us become very attemptively persuasive nature lovers. Sinclair managed to close the distance and actually kill her. Argan used a bit of his anger to crush Tilly's skull, freeing the phylactery. Capriccio was visibly upset. And while everyone dealt with Tilly's body, Argan headed back to get Jurgen. And Jurgen was being attacked by a crocodile, so he had to scare him away, though the bubble was able to save him from the assault. Argan was able to communicate with Mirian that they just passed through the Shadowfell and have learned how to destroy phylacteries. As Argan returns, he apologized for his actions in the battle. While he did not regret Tilly's death, he felt we were all in danger of dying. Strorisco was too far. He tells everyone about the conversation with Mirian. We set up a camp nearby and arranged for Mirian to come and meet us. Mirian's group scries on Argan to get our location, and he teleports to us, along with 2 skeletons dressed in ghillie suits. Mirian tells us what they were in the Shadowfell, or while they were in the Shadowfell, he learned a ritual that can destroy an extraplanar item. The ritual takes 4 hours, some diamond dust, and his blood to complete. Lucky him. As we talk, Zurazar brought up the state of Argan's mother, which Mirian was not aware of. Eventually, it was decided to break one of the phylacteries while Mirian was there, so that way they can at least get one off the board. Argan read over Mirian's shoulder as he did the ritual, copying it down just in case. Argan did see it was more of an arcane nature, but had many divine components as well. Argan did not see anything specific that has Mirian's blood, but is not really sure. The ritual did succeed, and it did break down one of the components, which was good. Mirian did need to rest for a while after the blood loss, and they planned to spend some time in Nicodranas. We also learned it was possible to pull a piece of flesh from a Volstricker that has a rune on it that acts as a passkey to get past the teleportation block in the Empire. And we're I guess, if I recall correctly, we were deciding on where we're going to go next.
Alrighty, everybody. So, Argan is helping to send back Mirian. And all of you are discussing what is next in your journey. You know that you have to give him a week or 2 to rest up. It seems to take a lot out of him to be able to do this and to recover in a way that doesn't leave his body completely destroyed is pretty important to him.
Yeah, we are going to have multiple of those to break, so...
And that makes sense. My body's important to me, too.
Yeah. Well, we need to acquire the diamonds for the next shattering, so we definitely need to make a trip to Uthadern in order to acquire those.
Well,
So
we
you
also
said
contemplated breaking down the disco ball.
You will have to persuade Zurazar, because I believe the last time I mentioned that, he threatened.
Yeah.
Wait, what I threaten?
No, you didn't threaten. You just were not into the idea of using the disco ball to create enough diamond dust to be able to destroy all the phylacteries.
I mean, how much diamond dust does it need?
I believe it was 1,000, right?
Right.
John?
So we probably are going to be needing another 5,000 gold worth of diamond dust.
I'll tell you what. If you scrape it off the top, so that way it still looks pretty all around, you have my permission.
Oh, we could probably hollow that thing out.
Well, hollowing it out wouldn't allow for the nice reflections. We'd have to split it.
And I don't want to split a very pretty diamond, a diamond that's incredible, a diamond that's not really seen that big before. Call it a bit of pride on our part.
Well, and forgive me if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but wasn't it worth like 60,000 gold?
I believe so. That's why I was saying off the very, very top, so that way it's difficult to see.
I was thinking that if I did it magically, I could still keep it round and faceted and pretty. Like I could shrink it by a couple of inches and turn it all into dust, but then still polish it to a fine reflective ball of awesomeness. I'm pretty good with my jewelry.
So y'all know that it's still magically infused, right?
Mm-hmm. It's empty, but it is still magically a conduit.
With a lot of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, so maybe it just helps.
Yeah. And don't, just as a heads up to everybody, it's not one of those dispel magic, get away with it type things. You'll actually have to find a way to break the magic on it permanently.
I cast Wish.
You better be very clear.
Listen, I'm bringing in a new community rule when it comes to Wish. If you use it for not the intended wishes shit, it goes up by 5% chance each time you do that.
I mean, I can't. I'm never gonna be able to cast Wish though. Never.
Yeah.
You and me
I had
both.
one game where Wish came into play, and immediately 3 of the players could take it as an option. Therefore, they did.
Oof.
Yeah.
I just don't see.
Wish is the most broken spell in the entire game. It's
What's really funny is I took it as my Sunday character, but I'm not taking it for like a selfish reason. I'm taking it for like one reason specifically, just in case it happens. If not, never gonna use it.
Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So, just wanted to get in there with that. Go ahead. By the way, Cap, you're still here, Capriccio?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you haven't said a single word.
No.
Okay.
So I would say let's head to Uthadern to procure some diamond. They've got to have some, you know, they are a crafting mecca, right?
And then we go deal with the twos.
Then we have the second one ready to be destroyed, safekeeping there, and we go back down to Shady Creek and go deal with the twos, yes.
You do know it takes some time. You do know Miriam said it would take a few days for us to be able to get the second one, so quicker we get there, the better.
We still have a few days to travel to Uthadern, collect dust and stuff. And I thought it was more like a few weeks, but for him to recover.
Yeah, it's going to be a few weeks. Don't think like, hey, he recovers hit points, therefore he's fine tomorrow. He needs a few weeks to recover. This is the DM, God, saying you need a few weeks. No arguments.
I just don't want to bring the one we do have anywhere near the Empire.
But Shady Creek Run is not in the Empire.
It is close enough to the Empire.
It's right on the border.
Because we have to cross into the Empire in order to get to the insane asylum.
Well, I'm going to pull some semantics. I'm going to say it's not in the Empire's border, so we should be fine.
Swear to God, if I hear one more person say actually.
Actually.
God, I'm so glad those people are getting kicked out of this space.
No, that I say it ironically. Others not so much.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably comfortably go to Uthador and get the diamond dust. Hop over to someone pop over real quick to the Lyceum to drop it and the part off with Thunderbrand, and then we go to Shady Creek.
Remember going into Amon, there will be a coat check.
Why are we going to Amon?
Isn't the Lyceum in Amon?
No.
That's the teleportation to get you into the Lyceum.
That's just one way to get to the Lyceum. We've gotten to the Lyceum through regular teleport means.
Were we coat checked before we went in last time? Actually, I don't think I was there.
We're going to get coat checked regardless.
That's what I'm
Pretty much
saying.
anywhere
by the
we
Lyceum.
go.
That's what I'm saying. Just be aware we're going to get pat down. So if you don't want this thing to be seen by eyes that don't need to see it, then we need to figure out a way to maybe hide it.
Oh, that's why
Clear.
I was suggesting that something Arkin didn't do. Once we get the diamond dust, he can take it to the Lyceum, drop it, and the piece of tea off with Thunderbrand, because he's got the access to do it without anyone bothering him. And then we make our way via, I'll contact our contact down there and have them go to Shady Creek. And when they're in Shady Creek, I can show Capriccio another scrying of Shady Creek, and we can go to a tree there.
So I just thought of this. Perhaps we be a bit more careful with the Lyceum, because if you recall, do have someone there that is a little bit eyeball-y for these things. Isn't Argan's mother there?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's in a cell.
Right, but I'm more worried she could maybe sense it.
No, she's in an anti-magic cell.
And as long as it's in the box, it shouldn't matter. Because the box will keep it safe. Because it's a special box that we found the other objects in from the planar traveler.
I mean, if we want to do this, I've got no qualms. I'm just letting you know that there are... I mean, there's going to be risks no matter what, but I'm just more worried what will happen if Argan's mother actually gets her hands on it somehow.
And then she'll lose both eyes? I don't know. Well, no, she didn't lose an eye. It's in her back of her head, that's right. I have faith in Thunderbrand. I don't have faith that Trent won't try to take it from us if we enter the Empire with it. I don't know if he can sense it. I don't know anything of his capabilities. I'm just saying, let's take that equation off the board by putting it as far as possible away from him as we can physically get it. Until we can break it. After that, we go to Shady Creek and we free your dad of the bondage that he has with the one that used to carry the size.
Please don't put my father in bondage in the same sentence, please. I suppose, but like I said, just Trent's already snuck his way to Yamon once, and
we're not talking about going to Amon.
Right, but I keep forgetting out of character. The Lyceum is in Yamon, correct?
No.
No. It's somewhere, but we don't know its exact location.
Okay. I was always I'm still thinking in my mind the assumption that Lyceum Yamon.
We've gone to the Lyceum from Uthadern, Whitestone, and Amon now.
Okay. Actually, have I ever been inside the Lyceum? Besides the...
Yes, with the party multiple times, but you weren't here.
Okay, that's probably why.
Yep.
Okay. Then with that information in mind, then I'm a bit more comfortable with that then, because yeah, new information. Cool.
Yeah. And if Thunderbrand is busy, he can have our friend Reggie watch over it. 'Cause I guarantee you Reggie's not going to want that thing anywhere near Trent.
So, Uthodurn?
Uthodurn, let's get some diamonds.
Alrighty, how are we getting to Uthodurn?
Capriccio, you need a tree, right?
And to reiterate, scrying has to be on people, not objects or locations.
We've been in Uthodurn a number of times with Capriccio, so if that's the path, then he might already know a tree.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a tree out there that's big enough you guys could walk through.
Probably the one outside of the druid's house.
Have you guys ever visited his? He lives outside of Uthodurn, like a good ways away in a secluded area.
Once upon a time,
I think
before...
Sinclair did.
Capriccio, have you ever visited Silverin? Have you heard of Silverin? Met him? Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's the big tree outside the magistrate's office.
There's no tree there.
In his yard?
No. The magistrate office, the magistrate's building is on the second level, which is beneath the earth. Everything where the higher tier people live, the, guild masters and everything like that is under the first level. The first level is where you purchase everything out in the open, but it's all built into an actual mountain. They don't really have trees in it.
Well, then we could sleep a day, and I know that Argon knows the way. He could teleport us, even though he's not here.
He could. I'm just trying to see how much diamond dust he has left.
Hmm.
Because teleportation circle requires diamond dust. Does teleport require diamond dust?
Oh.
Teleport. Let me just read the spell. Does not require. He just needs an object from it. He has 1 million objects already. Yep, he could do it tomorrow.
All right, then.
Actually, looking at his sheet, he could do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
He still had most of his high level spells.
No.
I feel like he had to rest because he was out of spells. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so you all rested for the evening. Now he has his spells.
Yeah, he had the robes on.
He's already missing 2 third levels.
Yeah.
All right, then. He teleports everybody out to Uthodurn. You're once again within the marvelous city itself.
Orgrim, where would the jewel market be in Uthodurn?
over there, you just follow that road right up the hill. There's about 11 different jewelers.
Okay. Well, let's go buy us some diamonds until we have enough to cover the cost of a couple of breaks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. There's not a Gilmore's in Uthodurn, correct?
There is not.
Okay, there was the witch's shop that was in Uthodurn
Yep, which is currently shut down.
because it got on fire.
Under mysterious circumstances.
After the funeral.
Alrighty. Wandering up one of the random pathways up towards a shop, a jeweler's location. You pop your head inside and you see that there's currently a clerk sitting behind the counter, whittling a piece of wood, idly, keeping themselves a little busy while they're waiting for people to come along. As you all have arrived, they perk up and look and smile. Hello, how's it going today?
Going well. We would be looking to acquire diamonds. Is that something you have abundance of here?
Abundance is a little bit of a stretch, but we have some.
Can you explain some? Is that...
Yeah, we have a handful of different diamonds. They start going through a few of their drawers, and they pull out a small bag and put down a nice piece of felted fabric and dump out a handful of diamonds onto it. This is going to run you roughly about 200 gold or so, and that's all we got left.
Gordon? Do all of the gemstones that y'all mine go to the jewelers, or are there like bad quality ones that aren't?
Yes, there are bad quality ones that don't go to the jewelers.
Who would have all of that?
Maybe the smiths. Sometimes we've turned them into sharpening stones.
Okay. You said you had 250 gold worth here? Was that what it was?
200.
200.
Alright. Here is 20 platinum.
Thank you. Now, as you rummage throughout the city, I need you to roll an investigation roll. Whoever is looking for all these gems.
Anyone want to assist me?
Cannot.
Don't know if I've got investigation. Let me check. I don't. Sorry.
Can I get one of those?
Are we sure we want to let Sinclair lead this?
I'm goal oriented, so I'm not food oriented.
That's true. I'm already gone.
Can someone guide me on my path through Thadern? That way I know which way is which. Like
Yeah,
which direction the smith is in.
Yeah, come on. That's going to be over here.
All right, go ahead and roll.
I'm going to burn session
Sure.
for the inspiration, and then if someone's casting guidance, then I'll get that.
Guidance.
And then, what is it, D4 for guidance?
Yep.
Yep.
I have no idea
18.
what I rolled.
You spend the better part of an hour hitting up all of the jewelry shops, many of the different blacksmiths, and all that you're able to find in addition to that original 200 was another 300 gold's worth.
So 500 gold.
Yep.
Okay.
Seems that many of the shops are pretty dry on that resource right now.
And that's including the bad
Yeah,
diamonds, correct?
everything that you can find after an hour. Yep.
Okay, so we have 500 GP worth diamond dust. Well, we can't get it all here, it looks like. Let's see. Do we know anywhere else that might have some?
Cinderous Sanctum, but
They would have diamonds up there?
this whole mountain region has diamonds, and they probably have more than most since they make so many magical weapons and things. Though they do it not necessarily the same way we do. They get a lot of other gems too, but you know, it's still a good week of travel because the road's tough.
Yeah, that it is. And it's sanctified ground, so
No, it's not.
it's holy ground up there. It's a holy
No.
volcano. We keep throwing things in.
It's not. And hollowed ground is different. It can keep out. Sometimes it's teleportation. Sometimes it's other things. Sometimes it's undead. Sometimes it's different things. Not everything.
I mean, technically, it is a hollowed ground because it's a volcano.
True.
So they may have.
Actually,
So they may have some up there.
I think our biggest concentration of it would probably be the Lyceum, though.
No, I believe they would be just as tapped out as we are. I believe.
I mean,
Wouldn't hurt
they're
to ask.
wizards.
Well, yeah, I could go ahead and try. You want me to message Reggie?
Sure,
See if he can't check the shop for us since he's got legs.
sure. I'm gonna wander back to Capriccio and just. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. You've been quiet since the Tilly situation, so I thought I would check.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just
So-
wanted to make sure it wasn't too tough on you.
That is part of life, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't really want it to go that way either, though. Had this hope that she was going to be an ally, but
Is the paper 25 words as well,
yeah.
Joe?
And you don't have to use all of them if you're just doing like a back and forth. It's easy.
hey, Sinclair, can I read your message before you send it? Just in case, you know.
You can see what's on the paper right now. It's in common.
Cool.
It says, "Hey Reggie, we found a way to break the items of tea. Can you check to see if the school has any diamonds, please?"
Cool. Very succinct. Good job.
All right. Roughly about half an hour goes by before he gets back to you. The note says the school doesn't seem to have any more reserves of diamonds in particular. They've utilized the majority of their gems to outfit their students and faculty for the next round of attacks.
That's what I figured. I'll wait for him to get off the phone. So Reggie says school's tapped out. We have 2 contacts in other towns that we can try. We have. Let me just make sure I have this name right. We have. Bill, who is Braska, Zerzar, myself's broker.
He's a fucking street vendor, keep in mind.
The
He
dude
helped us
sells
get-
hot dogs.
He helped
Actually,
us
call
get.
him, yeah.
He helped us get property.
He could be a property manager. Doesn't mean he's a diamond manager.
He sells fucking hot dogs.
My man puts fucking
paid him
diamond truffle on
good
the
the
hot
last
dogs.
time.
You can pay a child as much as you want. Doesn't mean they can do physics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I appreciate that. I
We have
appreciate
Mama
that.
Marbles.
Who?
Mama Marbles, who is the medicine woman of the biggest shipping port of Marquette.
Okay.
We can ask the blind lady in Marquette, see if her assistant can't check on the status of diamonds in the bazaar for us. Those are the 3 other points of context that I know of that we could pull on. There's Phelan, the people that are rebuilding there, but I don't think they would have diamonds.
I don't.
I could ask Idali in Marquette, but I don't know how much we want to disclose
Bother them, yeah. That's why I was thinking the blind woman.
What were you trying to say, Subazar?
Maybe we don't go to these people mainly because we don't know if they'll have them, and we'll just be bouncing between each person, and person is wasting resources. Why don't we just go to a city that we think, or rather we would know, they would have a multitude of such a thing?
Well, I wasn't saying we bounce around. I was thinking if Forgem's up for it, ascending to these people for us. There's no sense of us bouncing around if they don't have diamonds there.
True, but we are
save time and resources that way by putting feelers out, and while the feelers are out, we can go and deal with the twos. Put out as many feelers as we can.
You know, we've got this giant diamond. Like, we kind of could just harvest it ourselves because we do have it.
It used to be magical. Is that going to be an issue?
No, so maybe when we break it down, it'll reduce some of the magic, or maybe we'll figure out how to. Maybe we just got to figure out how to get the magic out of it. We've got a few weeks, month or so before we need it, so maybe the puzzle is simpler than we're making it.
That's usually the case.
I mean, we just need diamond dust, though, so why do we just...
Well, the point is that we're finding that a lot of the places that would normally have a lot of them don't.
Because of the war.
Everybody's at war, everybody's teleporting around the world, everybody's trying, and this one particular task that does this amazing thing seems to take a good amount.
Why don't we go to the magic items dealer that we met in Port Damali? If he had those
the
items...
black market one?
And before we continue any further, Zurazar, you can thank Ruka for a viewer inspiration. Thank you, Ruka.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, Ruka.
Hi, Ruka. You may continue.
Hi, Ruka.
My first one, thank you, Ruka. So I have 3 now.
Oh, this one lets you retroactively re-roll.
Oh.
And this one doesn't fall off after a session.
Nope, you have it until you need it and use it. But when you use it, you have to say thank you, Ruka, as you're using it.
Okay. All right. But no, he's a black market dealer. If he has magic items, why wouldn't he have components as well? Think about it. If it's in such high demand, wouldn't he want to jack up the price a little bit so he can make a profit off of it? It may be a bit more expensive, but it's a guarantee.
Or don't we have a few dragon hordes we didn't completely raid?
You want to go swimming in the freaking frozen lake more?
I mean, I'm down.
That's too cold of water for me. Yeah, we did well when we were at that shady merchant's establishment.
Right? That's where I got my gloves. This is where I got my pen.
And I am needing a bag eventually. I am starting to get quite heavy in stuff I'm carrying.
You never know, Sinclair. He could have.
You mean I'm not already carrying everything?
Well, you're carrying the bulk of the heavy stuff already.
Well, I think the only problem I see with that is that we need to get in contact with him again. And we got a pass last time. Not sure if we'll get another pass this time. Well, we did spend a lot, so I'd imagine he might be more inclined.
We could always try saying,
I don't
we'd
think we
like
ever got
to
his
try the
name.
chef's. We'd like. It wasn't a name. It was a number.
For the black market dealer?
Yeah, it was a number.
No. That's what I'm saying. If you're wanting to send to him, we never got his name.
Oh yeah, that would get in the way of that.
Again, why
We were
are
never given one.
not sure why we are overcomplicating this. Like,
Because it's our thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah, fair.
I mean, if we want to go back and try to get the diamond dust off of the big diamond, we can do that. Like if we want to simplify it, I'm just saying that if we want to go in and maybe find more diamond dust, and two, see if he has anything new in stock, we could always look at that too. You never know. Two birds, one stone. But if we want to just head back to the place that shall not be named, then we can do that.
Well, I think we send Argon to take the object of tea to the Lyceum to Reggie for holding. And then I've seen him before. And I could send him a message. He won't be able to respond. Hell, Forgem could send him a message and he would be able to respond to that one.
Who?
The merchant from the casino. The one that made us all the meal.
Nico Dronis.
Oh.
I believe they were bards of some sort. A bard organization.
Right.
We were introduced to them by Reggie.
Yep.
You could send him a message, say, hey, we're looking for a lot of diamond or diamond dust. We understand that quantities are scarce. We're willing to pay. Can you procure some?
Yeah.
And then we could head to deal with the twos while he's procuring. And if he can't get us any, then yeah, last ditch effort, we harvest that diamond. I just remember the last time we messed with something magically infused, it turned Argon's hands see-through.
Which is why I won't be handling it.
Was it a big deal? Do we remember that guy's name?
We weren't given a name. I believe that was the whole point. We were given a message to get in contact with him. But he was the purveyor of the casino.
I think what makes things a bit more awkward is I think last time we technically had an appointment.
And we had a coin.
We don't have any of those.
Nope, but we have other coins.
Is it the coin specifically to get into the back room to do the shady deal?
Well, no, we don't have those.
Then it will probably be difficult to get back in unless we can, unless I can persuade someone. But who knows? Repeat customer, no, like I said.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll send this for ascending to him. Let's send that. Hello, sir. Would you be able to procure about 1,000 gold worth of diamond dust?
You're not going to tell him who this is sending to.
Oh.
No, Mr. Police Officer, I don't know what you're talking about.
There.
This is Fortune. Okay, yeah, you your party did leave an impression. Imagine that.
Yeah. Even in our recap notes, we use Reggie's code name to get in.
Okay. No, but if you are in desperate need, I have an opportunity. Swing by and maybe you all can earn it.
So he says no, but he has an opportunity, and maybe if we swing by, we can earn it.
Earn it how?
Do we want to send another spell just to ask how?
I don't think he would tell us how until we agree to it.
Right.
It's probably, well, Zurazar would have the most experience with stuff like this. It probably takes more than 25 words
Yeah.
to go over the how.
There's a lot of shade that has to be thrown in deception.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if we gotta kill a guy, then that's, pretty easy,
Yeah.
Right. So, do we go to Nicodranus and decide to try and do it that way, or, the
Yeah.
easy way?
Sure, let's go to Nicodranus, take care of whatever he needs. We're getting good with him. Maybe he can find us more later.
What if it's
Fair.
not a good task? What if he needs us to kill someone?
Then I'll handle it.
Oh.
Well, I am called the Reaper.
Are you sure you're not evil?
Like,
It really
think
depends
so.
on their crime.
What if they've done nothing wrong?
You just went from no context to, I could kill him. That's my job description.
I mean, it is.
No, that's not his Reaper. He's not the evil one.
Oh, no, I meant my job description.
Wait, who are we saying that might be evil?
Me.
No.
I'm on that borderline of I'm not good, I'm not evil, I'm neutral, but
Yeah,
I'm
that.
leaning hard into that chaotic.
You are leaning hard into that evil.
So how about
I'm not saying I want to kill a guy. I'm just saying I'll do it for money.
how about we don't entertain the idea of potentially getting in with a. I mean, he's already a shitty black market, let's be honest, but he more than likely doesn't have people he likes, and those people could probably just be, just hanging around. Don't get me wrong. If I gotta kill someone, I'll kill someone, but I'm not gonna just kill someone because they tell me to. Like, if someone's gonna come at me with a knife and try to stab me, then yeah, I'll stab them. But like,
Okay, but this was my entire business model for years. Like, before I met you, it was a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think because he knows about us, he's not going to demand something as sinister as that. It's probably more something along the lines of, hey, I need you to go fetch something, or I need you to go make my competition bugger off.
why don't we just ask?
Whether that's
That is the
intimidation-
okay.
So many assumptions in all of this.
Yeah.
Why don't we just? Okay, sorry.
Kind of how it's gonna work until we get there and ask him up front.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't we just go over there and ask the man?
Well,
Brilliant.
It's a spell away. So, if Vargan's willing or Capriccio is able, we can do it.
Capriccio could do this one, and Argon only has one more high-level spell slot to cast Teleport.
I can do it. Where exactly was it that we needed to go?
Nicodranus.
Okay.
It's the place with the beautiful palm trees.
Are those going to... Palm trees are not like this. Is that gonna be enough? I don't know if palm trees can fit people.
They've got
Big
some
ones
thick
can.
ass trunks.
Not that thick. It depends. I guess. What do you think, Joey?
The majority of palm trees are nowhere near large enough to allow you to simply stride through them. However, you have seen up and down the Menagerie Coast at this point. There is larger trees out inside of the swampland near the cemetery that you could simply stride on through.
Yeah, we could go through the swamp near the
Okay.
cemetery.
I'm down with that.
Oh, that place again? Okay.
Tiffany's, if I remember right.
That was the cemetery.
Yep.
Where is the ship?
Whitestone?
Whitestone.
Would it be worth it to ask it to maybe meet us? You know, in case this all doesn't work out, we got a big giant diamond. We could just go back to Plan A.
How long would it take the ship to get to Nicodranas?
Well, from Whitestone to Nicodranas last time, it was about 3 days.
So we would just hang out in Nicodranas for a couple days just in case?
It's a
Yeah.
I
beautiful
think it's
city.
like the worst things to do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Gotta
And then it
love
could
it.
take us back around to Shady Brook. Or Shady Creek, whatever.
Would we be able to go to Shady Creek without going through the Empire?
You could
Yeah.
go the long way around the entire
How long?
continent.
How long
Or
would
just-
that take?
2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, jeez.
You
Well-
asked. I don't...
Yeah. We don't, I mean, we don't need to make it our transport after that. But I'm just saying that, you know, as we're trying to look for a diamond and we've got a big giant one, let's imagine that when we get there, it's not really a thing to go do what he's asking. We've got both options available within a day or two. Or
Yeah,
three.
we just Amazon
I mean,
Prime,
honestly,
a
at that
diamond.
point, we're probably better off just waiting a day and just teleporting to Whitestone. If we're not
Oh.
actually going to have the ship do anything.
Well, that's possible too. That's just as easy.
Yeah, let's go to the swamps in Nicodranas by Tiffany's and go meet up with this guy. And worst case scenario, we don't like the deal. We hang out in Nicodranas for a night, and then next morning we, you know, either go fetch our diamond or we have it ready for later,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll go deal with the twins. Or
You don't
sorry,
suppose
twos.
you don't suppose they'd have a bunch of diamond dust on them?
Yeah, from my experience with necromancy, Joey, that's mostly bloodstones and
Necromancy is
other-
usually a variety of different gems. Diamonds are usually just the most expensive version of healing type of necromancy, like Revivify.
Yeah, I don't think they would. They'd have other gems, probably.
Mm.
It's more for like the resurrection type magic. They're
Ah.
not more into that. They're more into
Yeah.
what's the
Wouldn't-
point of having a soul when we can just
Right.
yeet.
Yeah. Well,
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
we're a few hours late, but sure.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
I'm gonna
So,
put on my turtleneck.
Portal or no portal?
Yes, please.
Alrighty then. So, you open up an entryway into one of the trees, step through, and arrive down in Nicodranas. You have to wade through the swamplands for a short period of time. Into the city and over towards the casino in order to meet up with this unnamed individual who handles a lot of the back alley deals. Do you all remember how you had to get in contact last time?
We used Reggie's code name. That's how we did it. We said, we're here on behalf of, and I can't remember Reggie's number off the top of my head. If need be, we can send a message to Reggie saying, what's your number again? Because I physically don't know it as a player again.
69.
No.
I want to say 4.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it was 4 also.
He wasn't 4. He was 5.
Damn.
He
Reggie-
was 5?
Reggie was a 5.
Okay.
So, you all wait inside the bar and then get brought over into a side room where the same individual you met last time sits down. The half-elven, charming man crosses his legs and smiles at all of you. Well, I have to say I wasn't expecting all of you to arrive so quickly. But I will say I am very, very happy that you all decided to come hear me out.
When you have a job that
Okay.
needs to be done, we're looking at getting something.
Good.
Depending on what the job is, you know.
So talk.
No niceties, I see. Very well.
Trust me, we're worse at it.
I have a little problem.
Mhm.
A shipment of mine that was supposed to come through one of the local forests nearby never arrived. I sent out a group of individuals to go grab it, and they have not gotten back to me. Regardless of reasonings, this is concerning, as you can imagine. In this shipment was a sizable amount of gems, and I'm sure we could come to an arrangement to see how many diamonds would be necessary, since it seems you all, well, have to be fairly desperate in need of them right now, and they are incredibly difficult to come across. My proposal is simple. You all go out there, track down my shipment, figure out what happened, retrieve it, bring it back to me. If you can accomplish this, whatever amount of diamonds are in that, valued all the way up to 1,000 gold, I'll give to you.
Which forest is it that we're looking in?
I would prefer to have your word of agreement before I give you more information.
I pull out I take the scabbard of my katana and put the hilt towards him. You have my word, my honor, that if all you need us to do is to go locate what happened to your shipment and retrieve it, it'll be done. As long as you keep you're a man of your word, we'll be. Mum's the word.
Could I roll insight on him just to make sure that there's no? I figure he is, but I just want to make sure he's not leaving out information on purpose.
Go ahead and roll.
If there is more than 1,000 GP worth of diamonds in there, would you be willing to sell us the extra?
Zurazar! He's hard to read!
Suzar rolled a 1 and you rolled a 20. And
Well,
he's hard to read.
Technically, I rolled a 10.
Yeah, Zurazar can't roll below a 10. So
On-
on a
on
1,
roll-
it's a 10.
Yeah, on any rolls I'm proficient in. Anything else is fair game, though.
Yeah, he's
I-
definitely... this is his job. You can imagine he's proficient in this. Whatever the charisma check I rolled was. I'm not going to tell you which it is.
Right.
I already know
Yeah,
this
no,
guy's more charismatic than I am.
Zurazar just kind of has a feeling that it's more than likely just more than he's letting on, but he's not going to press the issue.
If
This-
there is more than 1,000 golds worth of diamonds in there. Yes, of course I'll sell it to you all. And considering you were doing me a favor, I might not even gouge the price too terribly much either.
All right.
I'm fine with that. What about you, Fortune?
Yeah, we need it. So I'd like to know what forest we're going into before we traipse off into, the forest.
And how about your little fairy friend?
Yes. Yes.
Good! Well then. It's Koraska, the jungle right next to us, to the east.
Oh.
Well,
Haven't been in there yet.
There's a old temple out there, forgotten, ancient. We've been utilizing it as a safe haven of sorts for my men.
Makes sense.
Nobody ever goes out there. Nobody ever interacts with it. Just go out, find out what's happening, and retrieve our shipment. I should warn you, you're going to need probably more than just him, points at Braska, to carry it.
Well, do you have a bag of holding?
Unfortunately not. Those have been selling like hotcakes recently.
How about a handy haber?
Same exact thing, honestly.
Okay.
Anyways, the packages I usually receive are a little too large to fit into things like that. So,
what about something like a wagon? I know wagon in the jungle, but something with the size capacity of a wagon or larger.
I will
No. I
get
don't
one of
need
the
it.
wag. Oh, you don't need one?
Nope, just wondering if it would fit in one.
Oh, it absolutely would.
Cool.
I could get you all a wagon if you need.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't think we're going to want to bring a wagon into the jungle. We have our ways.
Very well. Well then, let me draw you a quick little map for it. He goes into one of the many little cubby holes on the back wall that are hidden in there and pulls out a large map of the localized area of Nicodranus and going all the way up to the low end of the Wuyang Gorge and then over towards the Ashkeeper Peaks. The location, draw a shape, that he is referring to is right here in the jungle.
Okay.
Oh, I was expecting way worse.
So, does it make sense to you guys and I'll say this away from him, but does it make sense to you guys now to call the ship to the area so that we could arrange a pickup once we find this stuff?
Yeah.
Sure.
They lost about what? A couple hours?
If that.
Yeah.
Still going to take them a few days, so we could get on our way. They could
Mhm.
make their trek. They could park outside of Nicodranus and wait, and then we could call them to us within a few hours.
All right. Given the fact that Tim won't be here, Argan will say that he's going to head back to the Lyceum while you guys go run an errand for somebody in order to try to figure out what resources are available and where from all of them.
Okay.
Great.
So you guys are going without your wizard.
Oof. Take both of them. We don't want to watch Jorgen either.
Yup, he'll take him with him as well.
Zurazard, is that okay with you? I don't want to speak for your ship. I just wanted to bring it up as an idea.
What, using the ship to go into the jungle?
Nope. Just having the ship park in the neighborhood so that when we need a dust off, it can just slide over the top and lift us out.
That's fine with me, but again, we don't know if it's going to be there in time. We might return in time for it just to be here.
We need something large enough to carry all of the shipment, so the ship would be an easy way to carry it all.
like I said, I'm okay with it.
Cool.
I would like. There's guards on the ship, so it should be fine. But yeah, it should be fine.
Great.
If the diamond disappears, I know who to blame. I'm just saying.
I promise I will not touch the diamond without your permission.
Oh no, you misunderstand. If someone else steals it, with us not being around, I know who gave the idea to bring him over to Port Tamale. Hey, let's go to the jungle. Let's go. he gives you a bit of he gives you like a joking smile, but then kind of.
Fordrum seems to not have understood most of it. He just not.
I feel like most people also just have a hard time stealing it just physically.
It's not an easy one to steal.
It would take the whole crew, and I don't even think that's enough.
I mean, they could just take the ship.
If they wanted to do that, they'd be pissing off the Lady of Whitestone. Who's
They'd be
paying?
pissing us. They'd be pissing off me.
And us, right?
Anyhow,
Well, anyway,
Neither of those are very easily survived.
once we get our map and we decide we're going to set out, should we leave tomorrow? Should we leave today? Anybody?
I say
Do we have anything holding us today, or
No, just
then let's just go?
I've got the water. You've got the food.
yeah, quicker gets done, the quicker we can get the diamond dust.
all right. Well, then I'm gonna cast, unless you mind, I'm gonna cast sending again to the captain of the ship and ask him to come down and park over near the Raska Lake, so that we'll be going into the jungle just northeast of there, and call him for a pickup when we're ready.
Alrighty, on our way.
Thank you. By the way, what do we call you?
Captain.
No, sorry. I was actually the sending is over. I'm now talking to our host who's hired us.
Oh. This is not the
Yeah.
captain. That's a different one.
Yeah.
Call me.
Well, I mean, we don't. What's your name that we could refer to you by?
My name is
Or
Ren.
title?
Ren is
Ren.
what you can refer to me as.
Thank you, Ren. We'll be back in as quick of a time as we can.
Much appreciated. Do any of you need any equipment while you're heading out there? Something to help with the buzzards? Rope?
I think
You
we're
can
all
tell
set.
this man hasn't dealt with high-level adventurers before.
Your men travel through there frequently. What kind of critters can we expect in the jungle? Since we're not familiar with it.
Oh, jungle animals. Leopards, owlbears, giant wasps. Those are usually the worst of it.
Got any insecticide?
Leopards, those are kind of been seen recently.
What is that?
Think a leopard with a snake.
Huh.
Fun.
Mhm.
Capriccio,
That'd be
nature
fun.
check.
Can I also roll a nature check?
Oh yeah, you're from there too. Fuck yeah.
Nope.
Okay, Capriccio. Let me
Yeah.
bring it out, because you would know what a leopard is.
I thought you were just saying leopard funny.
No.
Yeah, that sounds so too.
Wait, where is it? Oh no. I can't remember how to spell it, so I can't find it that easily. Anyways,
Are
the
you saying
general
you can't spot it?
the general body composition of a leopard, but it's scaled with a very long neck, incredibly poisonous as well. They are
Yeah.
beasts.
They're beasts?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Wha- Sometimes there's cool animals in nature.
Yeah, like owlbears or
Those
man
are-
bear pigs.
Those are monstrosity.
Well, that's mean to say about an owlbear.
But yeah, I'll tell the group.
Can't wait for these guys to fight a bunch of leotards. God damn it, Ilborn.
We're not wrestling.
It's Serpapard. I was saying it wrong.
So you were just saying leopard footy.
You really were.
Here,
How do
I'll
you
show you
spell
what
it?
it looks like.
Oh, those are
Ooh.
cool.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Serpopard.
How big is it?
Apart.
Large.
Oh, so we could ride those.
Large.
They are large, actual beasts. One other thing you would know about them, they smell horrendously bad.
Damn it.
I want one.
So what you're saying is we need a collar of prestidigitation.
Alrighty. Well then, you guys set out onto your adventure, and we're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. Be right back.
All right.
that was the wrong screen. Hello, welcome back, everybody. You know the spiel as of now. If you're interested, be interested. Engage with everything. Do the things. Alrighty. Where last we left off, the party was just now entering into the Kuraska jungle. Yeah. As you are going through this wonderfully dense tropical jungle, you are immediately hit by the warmth of this environment. The way the trees and canopies lock in all of the warmth that comes in from the sea, the persistent daylight that's just being absorbed by all of the marvelously large branches all around you. It is humid. It is hot. It is not the worst environment any of you have been in recently, by any stretch of the imagination. As you are wandering through, this is going to be a journey. At least a day, maybe two, for you to get to your destination on foot. Mostly because of how slow you have to go trying to find your way there. Who is going to lead the survival check with the map? Fordrum.
Me.
I'll assist.
Yep.
And who's going to keep watch over the party while the two of them are doing that?
Me.
Anyone else?
I'll keep an
Keep
eye out
on.
as well.
Yeah, I'll help.
I guess it's an 18.
Pretty
Are
consistent.
you sure?
Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's an 18.
And do we all roll perceptions?
The two of you do.
Oh, okay.
Only two people engage with any one check at a time.
Oh,
Dirty 22.
This
do you want to do Capriccio or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
this system rolls 22s so often it's crazy.
It's
Sorry, what
because
now?
I always emphasize 22 that you notice it. It rolls a different number way more often.
Okay.
I've been keeping track of numbers that roll because sometimes I have to keep myself entertained. Okay. So
Thanks.
I mean, like, I do.
There's a god dedicated to 22.
There is. So, tracking through the jungle, feeling the waspy stingers coming around from the buzzards in the area, some of them pricking against you and you just swatting and pushing them away. Most of you have to strip down into something much more loose-fitted and, well, less nasty in order to get through all of this. Is the song the... No, it's not.
If I strip down, I'm left with nothing. Just gotta put that
I
out.
said most of you.
Yeah,
God
I'm pretty
damn.
much good in this condition.
I have like 2 pieces on me. That's it.
I do best
Same.
in this kind of condition.
Brosco,
It's the
you might
cold
want to
that I
shave.
hate.
Anyways,
Nah, don't.
you're finding your path over there fairly well. It's interesting being this far into the jungle, so close to a city even. Just within 8 hours of a walk, you start to notice that you're entering into a portion of this landscape that has not been here in such a long time. Nobody's been entering or dealing inside of most of this jungle, and it clearly shows. It's remarkable that so close to home, people just don't go in. Leads a little wonder to why at first. Now, as you were passing by, the two of you keeping watch do notice this very loud buzzing sound. You look over to your right, maybe a good 80 feet away or so, and there is this monstrous hive. Must be the size of about 5 broskas attached to the low-hanging portion of one of these trees. And you see these giant bee-drill-sized wasps flying around.
Capriccio,
Mm,
do wasps produce honey?
no.
Okay.
You see Braska put down a rocket as soon as he hears that.
There's a. You said 8 Rosca size?
Yeah.
There's 8 bugs on that tree. We can either detour around their territory or piss off a swarm.
Let's go around.
Yeah, let's not piss off a bunch of angry bugs if we can help it. If worse comes to worse, get to swatting quick.
You know,
Fine.
Yeah, I agree with stealthing. I'd rather not have to give a pun.
Risho, can you help us in that regard?
Yes. And I will cast Pass Without Trace once we're ready to do the thing.
All right, everybody, roll your stealth checks.
Alrighty.
Deal.
35.
Uh-oh.
I swear, like the last 4 times we've rolled stuff, it's always happened.
Come on, people.
I'm going to blame Braska, honestly. He rolled it
Honestly,
first.
yeah.
I have the perfect scenario for this, guys.
That's
As
fine. Looking forward from
you're
this form.
flying through the air,
17.
Capriccio, as you're flying, keeping as low down as you can without trying to draw any attention to yourself, and Braska is idly walking by. He ends up trying to step over a large branch, but slips in the mud. And as you step down on one end of the branch that's precariously placed over top of a rock, Capriccio, sunk! It slots into you and sends you flying over towards the hive.
Uh-oh.
As you slam into the tree, all 8 of the flying wasps look at you all.
I feel like a Looney Tune character.
Yes. So let me move Capriccio over towards the wasps.
No.
Don't worry, guys.
Stealth,
This will be easy.
What was that, Sinclair?
so much for our stealth.
Oh,
Well, the rest of you can keep stealthing if you want.
I mean, I can make my pun now. I was gonna say, I hope no one's allergic to wasps. That way, you don't get hives.
Oh, that wasn't even good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, guys, let me drag you over to this map over here.
Yeah.
I'd say run to the nearest body of water and jump in, but y'all have rings of water walking, so you just face plant.
Oh no.
There's no. I don't think there's any bodies of water around anyway.
I'm not gonna wet my wings. Oh my god.
Alrighty, everybody.
Here?
As you look over Braska, he got some fucking distance. All right, everybody, go ahead and roll me your initiative.
I'm tiny.
Could I have
Oh,
been
sure.
right here?
Now I get the 20.
Yes.
Can I have been right here?
What'd you say?
Can I have been right here, like behind this rock?
Sure. Yeah, you were up ahead as you all were trying to sneak past.
Let me roll my shit here. 8. I feel like I get 8 a lot.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's all of you. Braska. Ah, shit. You just yeeted your ally into the wasps.
He'll be fine. Either way, though.
You can talk to
10,
him.
15, 20. So can I. 25,
Incorrect,
30,
I cannot.
35, 40. You can't?
So, Braska, you move 40 feet over.
Yep.
And then...
Do I want to tell him to fuck off? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to intimidate him into fucking off. I'm just gonna try to just get as big and as loud as I can and just try to scare him off. So.
So you scream at these unintelligent creatures, and they all seem very pissed off that you're near their territory. Luckily, they're no longer staring at the individual who just face-planted into their hive. They're now all staring at you, Braska.
Cool. I'm gonna rage.
Alrighty. All done?
And that's my turn. Yep.
Perfect.
Here comes the pincushion.
Zzz. Did you know that wasps have pack tactics?
Yes. It's so bad.
I didn't, but
Do now.
What's worse is you're now surrounded.
I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah.
So as all 8 of them go flying over towards you, you see these long stingers that are longer than the average dagger that you've seen in your life go flying over towards you, Braska. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty, 16.
So 2 of them hit, 1 crit.
2 hits, 1 crit. Alrighty, I need 3 con saves from you. Success. 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 Alrighty. As all of these go flying, only a few of them actually get to penetrate through your fur and stab into you. The first one was the crit. Ooh. Damn. That is 8 points of piercing damage. 20,
I'm below 200.
20 points of poison damage. Halved down to 10 because of your resistance. Halved down to 5 because of your success.
Oh.
Yeah. So 8 and 5. And then the next 2 that hit you are going to deal 5 piercing down to 3. 10 down to 5 down to 3. So a total of 6 points of damage for the for each of the other 2. So 12 extra damage on it.
This really isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
They're fucking wasps.
Yeah, I know.
Capriccio.
What's gonna be worse is what I'm about to do to you.
I don't really think I'm gonna be needing this, so just want to get it over with. I am going to cast Firestorm.
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 Are you sure you want to do that in the jungle?
Read the last line.
Does not ignite anything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then never mind. Yeah.
Just roll the damage. I want to know if they even could survive.
Okay.
So, all of you watch as Capriccio very quickly and panically throws out their hands, and this large wave of fire strikes down from above, and every single one of the wasps is completely disintegrated.
Oh, that's gonna freeze them. So that works too.
Huh. Well, that was just a mild inconvenience.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not even sure why we avoided it.
What do you think the nest is worth anything?
Ooh, yeah. Let's take their shit.
No.
It might be worth throwing it in someone's backyard on the way back.
No.
You think there's a big queen inside?
No.
Hey guys, I don't think there's anything inside. I think we should just move on.
Yes.
I'm gonna check just for funsies.
Ugh.
So you
Oh,
knock
Christ.
on it a few times.
Split it up with my axe.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
All right.
Well, Fortune, which direction do we need to go in?
That way.
Actually, Why don't you roll me a nature check, Braska?
Okay.
The wasps have trapped their hive.
21.
You find, out of the dead bodies, not the hive itself, 2 giant wasp wings. Translucent materials. They're thin enough to act as a filter for certain alchemical processes. They're worth 5 silver pieces each and weigh 4 pounds apiece. In addition to that, you also find 1 giant wasp stinger, still intact, from the hive itself. It will expire in 14 days. It costs 25 gold. It weighs 2 pounds. And you think if somebody was good with poisoners, they could do something with this.
And you know how to work with poison?
Nope.
What did you say it was?
I do not.
It was worth 25 GP, but it will expire in 14 days. Unless somebody processes it.
I have a herbalism kit. Does that count or not?
This is poison specifically, unfortunately.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah. It's refining the poison inside of the stabby bit.
Yeah.
Origin, are you adept in poison making?
No. Poison's for evil people.
That's not
Well,
true.
I know some
Yeah.
people that use tranquilizer.
Or wait, are you talking about
guys.
using it on evil people?
No, I think evil people use poison.
I mean, I don't use poison, but I don't think poison's strictly for evil people.
Well, our upbringings are different.
That's true. And I respect how you were brought up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
As I do your belief too.
Well,
You don't have to lie to me.
Well,
And
I
so-
mean, if you decided to take it and use it for your poisoning things, then so be it. But I wouldn't necessarily call you evil for doing it. My belief is that evil people use poisons.
That's fair. Well, lucky for you, I don't use it, and I don't even know how to make. I don't even know where to get
That-
any.
Kind of proves my point.
so Braska, I guess since no one here can process it, if something really pisses you off, stick them with it.
Yeah.
We could also sell it.
It'll expire in 14 days.
We'll be back by then.
True. We'll see
How
if
do
something
you-
pisses me off enough.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like selling it's a problem too, but that's just me.
Yeah, it may be more of a problem to sell it. So you said that way? Is
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
You all
I'll
continue
keep
your
my eye
journey.
open for more wasps.
So, continuing your journey. Fordrum.
Yep.
You and Braska come across a remarkable looking ancient ruin of some sort out here. It's
Oh.
a smooth, very old looking limestone that they utilized in cutting out into what appeared to be some type of hovel or den of some variety. It's the first sign of civilization, even if it was an ancient one that you've seen since entering into this area. As you start venturing towards it, you pick up the faint, familiar scent of a campfire that has been extinguished for some time.
Hmm.
You're not at your destination yet, but
I'll head into its area just to sort of peek around, but I'm not going to veer us too far off course.
okay. As you near closer over towards it, you come across an interesting scene. down inside of this groove-like pit, you see that there is a few individuals lying down sideways, poking at some type of entryway into where you see that fire on top is placed. And you could see a little bit of smoke filtering out as they're reaching their arms and hands into it. These individuals are wearing, well, by your best description, rags. They look very unpolished as people go.
I'm gonna point them out to Sinclair and Capriccio, and Broska, and everybody. Look at, like, vagabonds are poking at that place.
Vagabonds, like, we want to stop them, or like we just don't care?
I don't think we care. It's not where we're heading, but it's interesting. I mean, why in the world would they be poking around there? And there's smoke coming out of whatever they're poking at. So it looks like maybe they set it on fire?
Well, if they're from this area, they may have seen someone messing around with the shipment.
Or they might be the people we're looking for who have just been here for who knows how long.
You want me to try diplomacy with them?
But let's not shout across the field.
No.
Let's walk down there and speak with them.
What were you saying, Capriccio?
No, I was going to suggest that.
Okay. So, as all of you get closer over towards them, you step close to this ridge and you all hear a ding, 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 ding out loud as one of them immediately snaps upwards, looks up the hill and crawls towards it, and then they hold out a wand and look over towards all of you carefully.
Don't do it, lad.
Lavuste.
I will.
Do any of you speak Marquesian?
Yes, I do.
All right.
The one language I do speak that's from this world.
They just said, "Who are you?"
Travelers. We're looking for something that was taken.
This is our kiln. Nothing here taken.
Your kiln?
Yes.
Your fire?
Yes.
What do they
Have
say?
you?
Oh, Zurazar, Marquesian, by the way. They're speaking it, just so you're aware.
Ooh.
Have you seen anyone come through here with big boxes recently?
We don't get in the way of the traders. It's not our business.
Someone attacked the traders and we were asked to look into it.
Traders are very stupid, hanging out by the lost city of Abara.
Who is Abara? Or what is Abara?
Abara? The lost city.
And you are staying away, so you know where this lost city is?
It's not very far.
So it's not really lost, is it?
It is lost because everybody who was from there was viciously and brutally murdered, turned into fiendish ghouls, and then eradicated.
Can I roll insight to see if this just sounds like a folk tale to scare people away?
Go for it.
Sounds like it. 32.
It does sound like that, but this individual is acting like they believe it.
Have I ever heard of it?
The lost city of Abara?
Yeah.
Are you proficient in history? This requires
prob-
actual proficiency, not bardic bullshit.
Probably not. I'm not a bard. I'm a rogue. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're the other bullshit. I apologize.
No, I'm not proficient with history,
I'm
unfortunately.
proficient in history.
You may roll.
I'm just old.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you know everything, though.
No, but if it's of any religious situation, maybe.
21.
The story goes that long ago, during the Age of Arcanum, there were many different cities across the world. One in particular was named Abara. It was a very large, progressive city when it came to their magical knowledges of the realm. There is a story that city used to be a flying one, and when the Age of Arcanum hit its climax, that city crashed into some wilderness and disappeared, and nobody knows what happened to them. Their entire civilization, their entire people, which were a unique race that you cannot remember exactly what they were called, unfortunately, went extinct because of it.
Yeah, so I'll explain all that as a little history lesson. That's how I remember it.
Thanks, Pathwalker.
Who said that to me?
One of these people. They come crawling out from the...
So they also speaking common?
Yes, they are speaking in common.
Okay. Oh, you're welcome. What are you guys doing here?
We're
They said they
making
were-
things.
Okay.
They're working with their kiln.
Oh,
Our pathwalker is well versed in the art of the kiln.
They all start giggling and laughing. There's about 5 or 6 of them that walk out.
I'm not. I'm well versed in the art of the forge. That's a bit different than a kiln. Kilns for clay and pots and dishes, and I make things from metal.
Called him
So-
Pathwalker, not knowing he Pathwalker.
I'm just gonna just look over and just gonna kind of whisper. I think they're just natives to the jungle. I don't think they're anything that we're gonna need to worry about.
So we're looking for a shipment that's been lost. I don't know if you've been asked that already. Do you know where there might be such a thing?
We stay out of the traitors' ways. They're
Ah.
stupid. They head over to the lost city of Abara, like I just said.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
How long ago was that?
They've been there for 5 years.
Can you tell us or point us to a short path to Abara?
They all start laughing. You want to head that way, walk around the trees. You will come across venomous rats. Swing over them. Or walk through them and die. Your call. And then you will come across flowers that eat people. Go over them as well. Then you should be near Abara.
Can I use insight to see if he's lying to me and sending us through the most treacherous path? Or...
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can I as well?
Oh, we're maintaining your 32. And 22 would both yield. He's telling you the most direct path of how to get there and noteworthy landmarks to them that would get you as well.
Okay, so he's being the honest. Okay. Well, thank you for your time and knowledge.
What do you give us?
Oh,
Our appreciation.
Vraska, you want to offer him that thing we got?
Oh, sure.
If you raise that axe, I swear to God.
No, stinger.
Oh, you
The
bring
stinger.
over one of the stingers. He'll go over and pick it up and look at it, smell it. Fresh,
Yeah.
clean kill. Fire. Looks at all of you and just nods at Fordrum, assuming he'd be the one doing fire stuff. He's literally wearing a blacksmith's apron. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Not
You know-
super wrong.
I don't really need this. I'll probably take a couple for myself, but I have something that I could give you as a call to present.
Mm.
I will take out the bowl of shrooms. And I will take out a couple, put them back in my bag, set down, point at it, and I'll say, hallucinogenics.
They all smile and start nodding along to one another very enthusiastically, clearly recognizing what they are. The one man takes the bowl and puts it underneath his arm, walks over to you, and goes and scratches your forearm 3 times. Leaves a little bit of a cut there as well.
Thank you.
You see other Kinau, you show them scratches. Your friends.
Oh, fantastic. I'll make sure to keep the sleeve up then.
For plants, go over them through trees. They can't reach.
Got it.
Got it. And by the way, did he say the rats with the scratches will see us as friends?
No, Kinau people.
Oh, okay.
For
So just
them.
okay. I'm fair enough with me.
Have you spent? Wait, are you from the Menage? No, you're not from the Menagerie Coast. But have you spent a good amount of time with the Menagerie Coast? Any of you?
Me?
I think
Not
we've had a
enough to
downtime
hear
or two.
about them.
Okay.
Probably not enough to know about them. I imagine I've probably been there for business every so often, but just never.
Brosco, you
I
said
only
something?
know Old Marquesian.
I was just gonna say we've had like a downtime or two down here, but I don't know.
That's
if
not enough. No.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well then, you all continue tracking through the jungle.
See, Fortune? That was good. Good, sorry.
No, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, see, Fortune, even without around your family, your mushrooms are very good to other people.
Yeah, they work.
Yeah, I might have to steal another bowl.
Well, we should have picked up more when we were in Earthadern.
She's not gonna be mad that I gave her bowl away, is she?
No.
Okay, that's good.
It's just an excuse to make another one.
Yep.
So,
We got plenty.
you
They
travel.
get broken every day, so.
Fair.
Fair. You travel for the rest of the day. And as the sun is beginning to settle and all of you are starting to feel a little fatigued from the journey so far, you do see that you're going across a landscape where there's a lot of tunnels near the trees and in the grounds, very small tunnels as well, and you start to see rodents skipping through. It's your choice.
Rats.
Yes. It's your choice if you wish to try to camp before sundown or venture through that area without the ability to see them very well. Yes, dark vision is a thing, but everything's still black and white. You don't see very well. And rodents are nocturnal, typically. It's your call.
I would pose the plan of sleeping. Anybody?
Well, the quandary becomes if we do set up here, we don't have a dome, we don't have anything. We're going to be doing what Hedge said. And
I
that's
can help with
roughing it.
that.
Yeah?
There you go.
How can you help with that?
I can make us less visible.
Well, we saw how well that worked with the wasp.
It's a different thing.
Works for me. I'm not too worried about it. We can build a little shelter. I've learned how.
If that's what everyone wants to do, I see no issue in it. We are going to want to take watches, of course. I believe the people with dark vision should be on the, the
Sure.
first watches.
Well, they should be in the dark part since it's a couple hours before nighttime.
All right, so how are you going to make people unseen, Capriccio?
With this.
Finally, you get to use it.
I've used it a few times.
Have you?
Yeah.
I always thought you guys just went into the mansion.
No, there have been a couple of occasions when I've used it.
So describe what this looks like then, because I can't remember.
It looks like it's kind of like the tiny hut, but it's more of a night sky type of thing.
Alrighty. Well,
From
You-
the outside, it just seems like we blend into the environment.
so you all have this nice little sphere to jump into. Watch orders.
Nice thing is we can have a campfire in there too, and it's not going to shine light outside.
Mm-hmm. And you get better perception from the inside.
True. I could take second.
I'll go
since-
first.
All right, let's roll in order. Go ahead, roll.
All right.
Who's taking first?
Me.
Okay. I mean, I'll take whatever watch. Really.
Take third.
Okay.
Here it is.
That's a 21.
We love 21. Second roll.
Mine. That'll be a 19 for me.
Third roll.
Oh, perception. Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, I'll just take last watch with ratio.
23. And then last watch.
That is a 24.
Alrighty. Was there any discussion the two of you want to have during your watch?
So,
While you do that, I'm going to lift my desk real quick because my back is starting
Okay.
to bother me. Go ahead.
no, you're good. So, we still need to name some of the rooms on the Cloud9 and like what their themes are going to be.
How many rooms are there?
I think there's enough. Like, there's probably like what, four to six at least. I mean, if we're talking about like a ship that's actually, cloud based, then you might as well have something like air based as their respective room names. I'd ask Capriccio, but he's asleep right now, so I figured I'd get a second opinion just before I start making actual executive decisions.
You could name them after clouds.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. What's the cloud called that's like that brings in storms?
Cumulus nimbus.
Yeah, maybe the first three letters. Okay, Cumulus Nimbus. Just gonna write that down here real quick. What about the not storm, but it's the layer of clouds. They look like the clouds are waves.
We call those gatorback clouds. I don't know if that's what it's really called though.
I will just put that as a maybe.
Yeah, it's not real inviting.
Already said the one with storms. What about the cloud? It's like a storm cloud, but it's like it's like one of those really big ones. The one that kind of, it's like a wall almost.
I don't know. Can't remember. Those are the only two I remember because those mean storms.
What about anything that has to do with the sky? There must be something.
Cirrus or stratus clouds?
Roscoe, you're awake. The stratus cloud. Stratus cloud.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
These are good. I will.
My mic's good, right? Good position.
Yeah.
You can hear me? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I will run these ideas by my by my co-manager, and we will see how these pan out. These are good though. I like these. I like.
Good ideas. Oh, this is so much better. Alrighty, so everyone ready to keep going?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Perfect. Morning rolls around, and it would appear that around the base of your sphere that was protecting you through the night, there's a lot of vermin droppings, meaning they passed through here and were curious about this in particular, but it did keep you all safe. At one point during the night, though, Fordrum, for the briefest of moments, you saw these pair of yellow eyes up in the trees looking down at all of you. But the moment you kind of peered over at it and got closer to see, it seemed to blink a couple of times and then just wander away. Didn't disappear, just wandered away.
Were they larger, like cat kind of eyes, or were they small, like the rodents might have been?
Ooh, roll me a nature check.
Oh dear. 6.
I mean, you've seen some big rodents in your day.
Sure.
It would have to be the biggest rodent you've ever seen. But to determine a specific classification of creature, you would need to see it instead of just its eyes. Damn, you're popular.
I know. Sorry. I have a
Yep.
daughter who needs her volleyball gear. Sorry.
You're good, you're good.
So yeah, I share it with Capriccio, but I pretty much let it go.
Very good.
Could have been anything.
So, as you all continue your journey, to get past all of these rodents in the area, how do you wish to do this? You do see that there's a good number of vines that seem to be strapped towards the trees closest on your side and could easily swing over to the other side, but it will be a very nimble experience for all of you to attempt to try.
I'm just gonna fly. I can.
Then, okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
me too.
So two of you just
Would this be an acrobatics check?
yes, it would be. If you're going to try to take some of the ropes and glide your way across.
Oh, absolutely. Wee.
Zura of the jungle.
Watch out for that tree.
About how wide of a gap is it?
It's a stretch of the jungle floor, so it's not as simple as how wide of a gap.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. This is a acrobatic thing, unfortunately, Braska.
Or you could tie off to me and we could make our way with smoke. Maybe the smoke will deter the rats away.
Sure.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm going to use Shadow Moil, and I'm going to tell Braska,
You're gonna murder all the rats?
no, it only murders them if they bite me.
Oh, okay, it's that one. It's not the AoE fuck life.
No.
That's the other warlock spell.
Yes.
Fuck living.
This one, I'm just going to tell Braska, all right, grab me by my waist and get ready to run.
Okay.
And I will tell you the direction to run because I can see in it. He just won't be able to.
Okay.
And then I will cast Shadow Moil and tell him to run.
Running.
Alrighty. I would like an athletics check from the two of you to make it across this before your spell expires.
If he's carrying me, do I need to roll?
No.
Okay.
Alrighty. And how long is your spell up? 1 minute?
Yes.
And Broska, your base movement is 40, so dashing is 80.
Yep.
1 minute. Okay. You do make the majority of the way past all of this infested area pretty quickly. Now, Broska, you are not perfectly acclimated to this harsh environment, right? Not this harsh environment. Other ones you're fine, but your hair is starting to become so sweaty and weighs down on top of you, and sometimes it flops into your face, and there's sweat where there's never been sweat before under any circumstances. And towards the end of running full force through this segment of the jungle, I do need you to give me a con save.
Okie dokie. 19.
19. You feel a little fatigued, but you're fine. You have to catch your breath a little bit. Usually running for a few minutes straight doesn't cause you to have to do that, but different environments, you know? Anyways, you all seem to have made your way past most of the vermin in this area. I do want one of you to roll me a perception check to make sure you see if any of them are coming in.
That would be me since I can see.
That's fair.
Oh, wait. Ooh.
Anybody else?
Do it.
What's the lighting condition?
Normal.
Yes. It's daytime
Normal?
now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Could I
Go for it.
assist? Oh, never mind.
Nope. Only 2 people can engage at a check at a time. If you're
Fair
assisting,
enough.
you're the second person. 24, Capriccio.
Yo,
You're keeping careful watch, knowing how chaotic nature can be more than anybody else in this party. There's a few moments where you have to tap people on the shoulders and pull them away from what looks like they would step into a vermin-infested pit out in this segment of the jungle. There's a few times where they're moving over towards areas because they smell something nice, and you immediately know, if it smells nice, get the fuck away from it. Some things are predatory like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all managed to get past all the vermin without so much as a single bite. Congratulations. Next up, everybody. I need another round of survival checks. Fordrum is AFK, so somebody else is doing it.
I guess I'll take lead and he assists.
Sure.
19.
Thank God he assists.
19's not bad. And the perception checks are 13 and 24. Perfect.
Yes.
Well, as you all are journeying, sorry for hitting the mic. You do start to notice that the landscape starts going up and down, up and down, up and down. There's magnificently large roots that you have to venture across and over as well, and these trees out here are remarkable. In fact, as you're traveling through here, Capriccio, you see a segment of bark on one of the trees that reminds you of something you used to do in the wilds. A fun little thing. Where you would break off bark from a tree when they're, in their shedding season, and use that as like a glider or a sled to get around places, because, sometimes it would just snow. And you see this nice little cutout inside of the bark where that would be a perfect sled for like you and one other, not Braska. Or just Braska.
Or just Braska.
Yeah. You and one other would equal Braska. Like that.
How difficult would it be to pry it from them?
Not terribly. It would be a nature check.
I'll go over real quick and do it.
Okay. 16 is high enough. You break off this bark, and admittedly, it is very flexible. Like, obviously, if you tried to bend it all the way in half, it would snap. But with your non-exceptional strength, it seems difficult to do.
I have a 12, thank you very much.
That's why I said non-exceptional. It's good. It's just not exceptional.
Yeah.
It's pretty strong. It's pretty flexible. And on the inside, there are these unique little tiny bugs on the inside that are completely translucent, almost whitish looking with yellowy eyes. No mouths, no stingers, and there appears to be 1d6 of them. Roll.
1d6. 3.
3 of them.
Do I know what they are?
Roll me a nature check.
Okay.
Yes, these are glowworms. When they are inside of dark environments, they create a illumination around themselves. Bright light for 5 feet, and then dim light for an additional 10 feet. However, there are specific herbalists out in the world who can take some very specific liquids, crush the bugs into it, and use that as an eye ointment to give them a temporary ability of dark vision. And it just so happens you know an herbalist.
I do. However, I'm going to try to relocate them.
Okay.
Put them back on the tree or something.
Yep. You pull back a different segment of the bark and place them in there. They get to just crawl around.
Yes. And then I'll take this piece of wood and I'll go over to Fortram and I'll say, "Hey, Fortram.
Yep.
Do you want to slide?"
Yeah.
And I show him the piece of bark.
Oh.
Forge,
We
as
don't have
far as
we
bark
don't-
goes, this is remarkably sturdy.
Yeah, but we don't have snow. How do we? What do we do?
So, momentum and ground.
Oh. Okay. I'll be in back. I weigh more. I take out my hand axe to use it as a rudder.
Well, I was thinking you lay on it and then I just hold on to you
Oh.
because I'm not gonna.
What's the worst
Alright.
that happens? You fly off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
So the two of you look around while you're journeying, and you find this nice little slope that, I mean, it enters into what appears to be a very small stream of water, and it's perfect height.
Awesome. I will take 5 running steps, fly for the last 2, and then launch us.
And as you launch down this slippery slope, heading and swerving through it, breaking from side to side, and pulling off to the side just a little bit as you go into the creek, you tumble and spin a few times into it, splashing water around, and the two of you just get to laugh hysterically as you had that fun little ride.
I try hard not to roll over Capriccio. Even if I have to activate my boots to lift me over him, I make sure not to accidentally harm him in any way, shape, or form.
I look at Braska and I say, "Don't jungles usually have water snakes?"
Sometimes.
So,
You think we should tell them?
No.
so, the two of you get to have that fun little moment to yourselves.
Ooh. I'll hop up and I'll lend a hand to pull Capriccio up.
Thank you.
You're
Do it
welcome.
again.
Yeah.
So, as everyone else is continuing their journey, you just whee! Do it
Yeah.
again.
We'll
Couple
run
of
back up
times.
to the top. Yep. See how many runs we can get in before,
All right. About 3 times that you do this, the makeshift board that you have does break. They're sturdy, but they're not reinforced. Fortune. You know, you could wax it properly. You could treat the wood, heat it up, and then like toughen it up a lot. Like there's things you could do, but I mean, for just being right off the tree, that's pretty good.
Sure. If it's starting to fall apart while we're going, I might cast a spell to just hold it together too.
I was thinking of it more of
Fabricate.
like a crash where it breaks.
God, oh,
But you
that
guys
would-
are high enough level; it doesn't hurt. It just
I'm just wondering how many leeches they got on them now.
they're fine. This is just silly fun.
There's no leech that's gonna get through this armor.
However, there is beard-eating frogs in this water, Fordrum.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. Anywho,
I like frog legs.
well, there are frogs, unironically, in it that you could try to catch if you would like. Roll me a survival
No,
check. Okay.
I'm not. I can create food. I'm not gonna go killing animals while traveling with a druid. I'm just saying, if I'm attacked by a beard-eating frog, I mean that's snack.
That's pecking order.
So wasps
pretty good.
aren't considered animals. Gotcha.
So, as you all continue your expedition, you travel for better part of this day, and you start to notice the slope where you are standing starts going down, and you see this remarkably beautiful looking flora inside. Bright yellows, pinks, blues, and reds on top of monstrously large leaves that are admittedly wider than Braska. Everything down there just looks so vibrant and pretty and beautiful.
Wait, I have a feeling that is where there's people eating plants. I've never
Braska.
seen a plant that big.
Braska, you want to test the theory?
Sure.
I take a big rock, hand it to Braska, and say, yeet.
Yeet.
Give me an attack roll. Just strength, Braska. No proficiency. 24. It goes flying over and crushes down on top of one of the large leaves. You wait for a moment, and then you watch from under the ground itself, this large bell reaches up over the leaf and locks the rock inside of it.
It ain't a rock.
It's gonna have indigestion. Belt, how far does it look like these plants go?
You can't see the end of them. However, you can see that from the uplifted plane that you are on, there's a few branches that have vines wrapped around the tops of them and dangling down a little bit. And the branches are even large enough that you could easily, well, not easily, but nimbly leap across, grab onto, and potentially navigate your way across like the Kinayu people told you could do.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. That's the problem.
Or we could light this shit on fire.
You guys didn't learn your lesson last time after trying to fuck over damn.
I
Lance
explicitly
territory?
didn't.
Ratio,
Mm.
do you see a path through all of those plants that isn't above the tree line? Because I
That
can
isn't
guarantee you
what?
I will fall from the trees.
I mean, the guy did say that we should go through the upper part.
If I had the means of doing so, I would. That is
Horatio?
not in my wheelhouse.
Capriccio, thoughts?
Is there like, so it's the problem of some people can't reach up there?
No, it's the problem of some people don't believe in their acrobatic abilities to jump across
Okay.
the landscape.
Okay, do
Zero
I know a place?
strength.
Do I see like a place where like people can like land?
Oh, yeah, there's in pathway on your elevated plane without going down there where you could jump across from tree branch to tree branch, but it's a leap, grab vines, swing, leap, grab vines, and like you're landing on branches, so it's just a nimble activity to get accomplished.
Right. Okay. And how far does it seem to go for?
Do you want to fly ahead and find out because you can't see the end of
Yeah.
it? Okay, go for it. you fly ahead for a period of time. And when you get to the end of it, you see the slope lifts back up onto another plane, and it's only about like 200 feet across-ish. And luckily, most of these beautiful plants, which are clearly predators, are down inside of the ravine.
Mm. Let me see. Could I use flank growth to maybe try to create a sort of path that's more easily traversed by making like plants grow a certain way?
Roll the spell in chat for me, please.
Yeah.
So if you flew out towards the middle, you'd cover all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would extend all of the plant life in the area and make that overgrown, which would mean the plants down below are still plants. They would get bigger, more overgrown than they currently are. That's like mass and large on these plants.
Would that allow me to army crawl underneath them without being detected?
No, its mouth came from the ground and went over. It just leaves the big leaf out as
Actually, it says I can exclude one or more areas of any size.
Oh, well, that's less interesting. Sorry, that sounded fun as hell.
So you could just maybe make all the trees more dense so the climbing's easier?
Yeah, that would definitely make the DC much lower if
Okay.
you did that.
I have an idea. I'll be back, and I'm gonna fly towards the middle, and I'm just going to cast plant growth.
When he flies up, Zerzar just says, "I hate watching him go, but I love watching him leave."
You've been holding on to that one, haven't you?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You say it to yourself every time, but
And it
I mean,
doesn't-
I say to myself when I look at myself in the mirror, it's always great.
and it doesn't have a duration. Like this, it just happens. It's permanent.
yeah, it becomes difficult terrain permanently.
Yeah.
But for your purposes, you're just making it more overgrown. So the branches are larger and wider, the vines are thicker, heavier, like more sturdy.
More durable.
Yeah.
So I'll fly over towards the middle, and I'll cast plant growth.
Bloop. All right, everybody, it thickens.
Whoa.
Time to get across.
All right.
Acrobatics checks, all of you peasants who can't fly.
I know, right?
I may not be able to fly, but I'm really good with acrobatics. 20.
And you're literally the only not peasant
14.
here.
I'm the only not person what here?
Not peasant here.
True.
Yeah, that didn't help me.
Well,
Sinclair's got-
it did help you.
Sinclair's like, I got
You
it.
just didn't help yourself.
It really depends on what happens when I get high enough off the ground if I can see far enough.
Have you tried jumping?
Oh, yeah.
farther?
Once you start moving, you can end up seeing the area Capriccio was like looking at as the end.
Okay. Then I can do something to fix that roll, but
What?
dimension door.
Okay. Let's resolve the roll, and then once you fail, you dimension door, because this is fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You end up falling down onto the ground, slipping off of one of the vines that was a little too slick after Braska swung past it. Honestly, big furry guy like him, he's sweating up a storm, you know? But as you fall down towards the ground and slam onto your back, you watch as a few of the plant's leaves linger over you and start to spritz you with spores. I need you to give me a con save.
This isn't magical. This is
This is
natural.
nature. 20 is more than enough. You start coughing a little bit as they're entering into your mouth, your eyes, your nose, and it is making you like a little more sluggish, you feel, like a tense stiffening of your entire body, and you're like, oh shit, and dimension door. Boop.
Right before I dimension door, I'm gonna take one of the bottles of oil that I have, ignite it, and
God
just
damn it.
yeet it right behind me into the plant's mouth.
Sinclair,
And then
don't
dimension
do
door.
What?
Sinclair.
It tried to eat
What?
me.
Why would you do that?
I gave it
Sin-
heartburn.
Sinclair, it's going to set everything on fire.
Oh, it won't.
I'm going to go over and I'm going to try to fix it.
Okay, you go over and the plant is actively on fire.
Is it
Yeah,
spreading?
I will extinguish it.
Okay, easy enough. It would have spread, yeah. It's oil, fire, jungle, plants, spread.
Yeah.
Are you?
Very
you
flammable
crazy?
territory.
I
It
feel like at
tried
this party,
eating me.
that's not the best question.
Sinclair, just
You're
because
a-
something. Okay.
You're a monster.
Just because something tries to eat you doesn't mean you immediately need to attack it. It's just being itself.
When the Hydra or the Kraken tried to eat me, I shanked it with a stick.
Well, that's
It's a
Yeah,
plant.
I'm going to be honest. My past also is it tries to eat me, I kill it.
there's a difference
Cycle.
between you being eaten by a plant that can't do anything and a giant kraken that has like 20,000 tentacles that wish to use to eat you.
Oh, it tried to do something to me. It tried to put me to sleep, so it could eat me.
Maybe you
Yeah.
should have.
Maybe you should have just jumped better.
I'm sorry. I went after the big hairy behemoth that we have, and he is dripping wet.
Well, there's lots of vines.
I'm with Sin on this one.
I told you ahead of time. I do not have the upper body strength.
We also don't want people to know that we're going that direction. If you set a giant fire, it would not be hard to see.
Well,
It's fixed though. That's the important thing. We have the element of surprise. I would like to keep it. Somehow.
All right, well, staying here arguing about this doesn't do anything for that.
Oh, I don't think it was arguing. I was just. It was a very quick decision. Are we like in the middle of everything, or are we still at the end?
Oh, you're at the end of it by now.
Oh. Can I just grab a vine, just swing around real quick, and come right back?
Yeah.
Whee!
Yeah, you can just have a good time.
Ah, you know, I might need to. He takes out his journal and writes something down, just puts it away slowly, looking at the vines. Interesting.
Like, I gave y'all as much warning ahead of time that
you're right. In the future, we won't make you go into a forest or a jungle again.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
No, but you
saying that
don't-
I
you
have
don't-
no upper body strength.
Understood, but you don't know how to behave yourself either. So we will take that into consideration as we move forward. So now let's keep walking. We'll determine where we end up, and then we will solve this, get our diamonds, and move on.
Alrighty. So, I need one last survival check for this last stretch of journey that you all have.
Do I feel like we're pretty close?
You are getting much closer, yeah. What were you saying, Silverzar?
I could do it. I can use my my recap inspiration.
If you would like, yeah. We are nearing the end, so.
You don't need to because I can assist you.
Oh, I don't have survival as a proficiency, though, is the thing.
Oh.
So it would just, unless if someone has proficiency, they could help me.
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Same.
I mean, either one then. I know nothing about survival, but I've been watching you guys. I think
I'm gonna let Zurazar make the choice.
No, I mean you offered first fortune, so
I'm just gonna cast a spell and solve it. Do you mind?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I cast that. Find a path.
I love that spell.
You give me hope that I could try something, and you take it away from me.
No, I wasn't.
I respect it.
I was going to let you give it a good go. Now, Joey, it is fairly nondescript, so you're welcome to make this spell fail. I don't mind that, but because it says like if it's something as non-specific as such as a green dragon's lair, the spell can fail, and we haven't been there before, so
We know the name of it, which is the city.
You know
we
the
do
name
know
of it.
The name of it. We've had explanations of it. We've got a lot of parts, but I've never been there. So
No, you've never been there, but that's the point of Find the Path. It shows you how to get there so long as you have something worth finding, which you do. You concentrate on the city itself, and you feel your attention being drawn in a specific direction and start strolling through that area.
Yeah, it's over this way.
As you begin moving.
I let Zurazar lead. Go ahead. Go that way. I'll just sort of correct.
As he's walking, Zorzar just like looks over his shoulder and he's just going to say, I will erase one of your cloud ideas. Do not tempt me.
More to the left.
You are a little shit. I will have my vengeance.
I just wanted you to feel good about yourself.
I always feel good about myself.
Okay. Well, I'm just making sure. Go to the right over that thing.
I'm going to the right.
Yep, sorry. Just trying to help.
While he's moving me, I do put a boot back to kind of trip him up. Not to trip him over, but just to be like, oh shit, just kind of trip him.
I just float over it.
Motherfucker.
Start to fall and float.
Fucking barrel roll, just somersaulting in air and just floating. Just can't catch yourself.
All right. So as you are venturing forward up this path that you are keen to now, it's almost like a vibrancy to the grass before you, Forgem, as you are moving across it. It removes the moisture of the air from you and your companions on the path, and it's a strange sensation. You don't feel the same way you usually feel when you cast your spells. I need you to roll me an insight check.
Okay.
This has happened before.
Not.
He's been in territories that have messed with his connection with God.
So
Only
11. This is different. It doesn't feel like this territory is nullifying your connection to your deity. It feels more of a something else is trying to help you while you're here. Which is strange, because obviously you asked your god for help.
Yeah.
But someone else seemed to be closer and listening.
Interesting. I feel like this is stronger than usual.
Is that good or is that bad?
It seems good. What's over here to the left?
So, Braska, so long as you follow directly behind Fordrum, there's no humidity on the path you are walking, which does lower the temperature by at least 10 degrees. So,
Nice.
moving forward along the way, you end up coming across a few ruins on the outskirts of all of this. The ruins themselves give a very ancient feel to them. Notably, you would all notice, or Fordrum would notice, the limestone architecture on the outer perimeter. However, as you get closer towards it and on the inside, past the first few walls of these ruins, still following your path, the limestone seems to have strange markings on the back of it. Unique, magical-looking markings.
Hey, Sin, look at these.
Look at the markings.
You can read all written language, right?
Yes, Eyes of the Runekeeper.
You see markings that outline specific words, because it is mostly broken, it is ruins. The specific words that you can translate are lift, forward, levitate. Things like that. They all seem directional in nature.
What's it say?
You gotta lift to go forward and levitate.
No, it's not instructions. It's just words on walls, separate words across
Yeah.
many different walls.
No, he's translating it wrong. That's
Oh.
intentional.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, I'm literally going, that one's lift.
Oh.
That one means forward. That one means levitate.
Wait a minute. Are these broomstones? I start, because I've seen those and I
Face.
know stone, so I start looking around for broomstone.
All right, give me a... This is going to be an Arcana check, Fortrum. With advantage, though, because stone's cunning.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go, dwarf.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
17 for 16.
Holy
Or
shit.
16 for-
These are destroyed elements of Broomstone.
Yeah. Hey, Art. Oh, you're not here. Never mind.
No, the one time Argan's not here.
Well, I'm going to try and harvest them to the best of my ability for him. And
A few slabs.
yeah, I'll get too many and then I'll sort out what I think is probably useful. I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic so that I can figure out which ones may have a little oomph in them.
All right. Ooh, give me a survival check as you're doing that.
Okay.
While he's doing it, I'm just like little to your
I'm-
right, little to your
Go-
left.
I'm going to assist him by stating the ones that say lift are going to be what brings it up off the ground.
Yeah, I get it, but I
Then
don't...
propulsion forward and levitate is for, while it's up in the air.
Well,
Keeping it at the same.
are the broomstones the ones that are labeled? Or are the limestone labeled?
The limestone seems to be the outside of it as you're walking in, and then behind the limestone, like a shell around it was limestone, and then the other side was the broomstone.
That makes sense.
And
So-
since he is pointing out the portions of it that are more complete, that is actually helping you.
Yeah.
Because these are the ones enough that he can translate the words. So that does help.
Yeah.
15 survival. Do you have stone cutting, jewel crafting?
Yeah.
All right, roll stone cutting.
I've got jeweler's tools. I've got jeweler's tools.
All right, roll jewelers utilizing wisdom to figure out how to break these segments off without,
Yeah, destroying
crumbling
everything.
it. Yeah.
I didn't mean to do advantage. 22.
We love 22. It's hard not to see 22, isn't it?
It comes up so often.
We rolled more 15s this session than 22s.
All right.
Yes.
We did. A lot more.
It is one of the big ones that we see a lot more.
But
of.
15 should be more commonly rolled in D&D.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anywho. You end up taking 30 minutes while people are just venturing and looking around the territory. You find different segments of the rock and you start chiseling out around it, and then you have to break off the segments above it and go deeper along the slab and get to the point where the limestone is, and then the limestone's doing nothing except being an outer shell, so you can just break that shit, and then you have a long 1 foot wide but about 5 foot long slab of one of the runestones. Seems that the rock of this is remarkably long for the magic to pulse through. 1 foot wide, roughly about 10 inches tall. 1 foot, 10 inches, and then the depth goes back 5 feet. So you're looking at close to 700 pounds. Wait, no. Wait. 185. About 300 pounds. Sorry.
That'll fit in the bag.
It'll fit, yeah.
It's perfect dimensions for the bag holding.
And if you spend another 30 minutes, you can get another segment like that.
I'm just going to sit here and eat while I point out the words to you and get my short rest in.
And if you spend another 30 after that, you can get a total of 3 for all of the 3 directions that we mentioned. Up, forward, and levitate.
Well, unless anybody's in a hurry, I'd like to do this because we might be able to build something like a fancier version of Argan's chair, maybe our own boat. I don't know what all this can lift, but once we magic it, we can try.
Maybe you can finish my rapier.
Yeah, okay, we could do that. I promise. I promise.
We could always use it to possibly fix the other facility too.
What facility?
The one in Isocross.
Oh.
The one with the one broken broomstone that needs to be replaced.
I don't want to go there, but yeah.
We promised Argan eventually we'd fix it.
You know, you do have to go there eventually. Once Argan's over his mommy issues.
Yep.
We'll get him over those too. All right.
Stepdaddy kind of.
So, short rest called. You have an hour and a half with Fordrum working on these different blocks to break them out and collect them for Argan. Make sure you label them properly in the party loot. 300 pounds each, 1 foot, 8 inches, 5 feet.
Yeah, I've got it. I will add it to party loot.
Actually, I need you to roll me an intelligence check with advantage, Fordrum.
Okay.
Joey, since I'm from an era that actually had working broomstones, can I, while he's doing that and I'm munching on my snack, you said there were 2 ruins here.
No, this entire area is ruins. There's dozens, hundreds of ruin.
Can I look around and see if I see any other, like, phrases that are significant to broomstones?
So, one thing to keep in mind is you can recognize broomstone, but you, as a non-arcane person back during that portion of your life, don't really understand the mechanics of it. But you can give me a investigation roll if you're looking for something that says something different.
Yes.
You can do that. 15. Fordrum. The way the slabs are seems deliberate. Their depth, the smoothness, even the way that it gets thinner towards the back by millimeters at a time, just slowly thinner, as if it was constructed in case one of these failed, they could take them out and replace it with another one.
Got it.
That level of engineering is baffling to you, because nobody has that. Even in Uthodurn, nobody has that level of foresight with what they're setting up. Like, mine shafts retroactively have to be safeguarded around areas that start to crumble a little too much. Like, that level of foresight is unprecedented.
Yeah. I'll make notes of it, and then I'm going to take out a piece of chalk and label the wider sides and the narrower sides.
The wider side is the one that has the writing on it.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I'll label it in words I know.
Okay. The actual direction.
Zurazar?
Yeah.
And then in. Like
Draw
Yeah.
arrows and yes.
insert.
Will you help me go around through here and assist me in looking for more writing on the walls,
What's the magic word?
please?
Okay.
Advantage.
Baby steps.
He's learning.
22.
Wait, you said perception. I don't have
No,
proficiency
investigation.
I
Yeah,
don't-
yeah. That's unfortunate.
It would still be a 22.
Yeah, true. Alrighty.
I heard look and I just assumed perception.
Going through some of these ruins, you end up noticing one square room that you have to like get on your hands and knees and crawl into, and then once you're lying there on your back, you can stare upwards at, for your perception, the ceiling, but you have to assume at some point in time would have been just like a back wall. On that, there are these remarkably intricate looking magical words all over it. The words start outlining a lot of numbers. Are you proficient in any type of specific tools, Sinclair?
Disguise kit, mask making kit, and contracts.
There's a lot of numbers and like weird symbols next to them as well that you translate it, you just don't know the significance of what that is, and the numbers go around and through this large circle.
Since I have my contract paper and chalk, is it like raised markings or indentation markings that I could take a imprint?
Yeah, but to get
It's how I
all of
would
it,
make a
you're gonna
mask.
need 10 pieces of paper parchment.
Okay, well that eats up half my paper.
Yep.
Yeah, I will sit there and I will tell Zurazar to. Appreciate is tiny, right?
Capriccio just
You think-
okayed.
Oh,
He's kind of staring off into the distance. I don't think it's a good time to bother him.
I was just gonna say if we can get some light down here, and I've got to press all these because I guarantee you, if I leave this behind without telling Argon, he will hit me.
I mean, I could hit him in his stead if you want, or I can hit you in his stead if you want.
No.
Make it worth their
Don't
time.
know
Let's-
what these numbers mean and the symbols. Like, I know what they say. I just don't know how they correlate. So,
Do you have any tool proficiencies, Zurazar?
I've got thieves' tools.
Nope.
I've got a forgery kit.
Nope.
I've got a disguise kit.
Uh-uh.
What about playing cards?
No.
It's a 3 of diamonds. I knew it.
But you can at least copy all of them by pressing chalk across your 10 pieces of parchment, and it's over the course of an hour and a half. You have plenty of time.
I'm
Oh,
going to also.
He's done staring off into the distance.
Oh, Capricio's back.
I'm also going to mark, like, I'm going to start in the top left corner, mark 1, and then go from left to right, and then go to the middle line, and then bottom line, basically. Work my
Was
way
that-
down. Marking
needed? What happened?
numbers.
Oh, he was just going to ask you for something.
Appreciate. Can you come down here?
For what?
Some light would be nice, and see if you can make heads or tail of this gibberish.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'll cast light when I hear that.
That's concentration.
The cantrip?
No,
No,
light
light
is
is
not Okay, light is not concentration. Which one
Even
is?
even if it's concentration,
Well, you
Maybe
gotta find the
dancing
path
lights?
up.
I'll have okay.
Yeah, that's why I was going to bring it up, because if you cast one, yeah, it's not concentration. It's dancing lights is concentration. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, light. Bing. Here's a rock. It gets tossed in. Yeah, you can copy it all down, but you're gonna need someone a lot smarter, possibly, to tell you what this is.
Well, like
No,
I
we got
said-
one. Oh no, not here.
Like I said, the best thing I can do is organize these, and the way I can do that is by marking the pages in the order that I take them and the positioning.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Um,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I will shimmy my way out of this death trap and lay it on the ground and in its order and go, "Hey, Forgrim, now that you're done carving all that out, can you look at this real quick? See if you can make heads or tail of it?"
Fortune, this is going to be tedious. Tool proficiencies.
Leather working, smith tools, wood carving, and jewelers. No.
Nope.
You need cartography. I don't think we have one of those. That looks like constellations. I don't know anything about stars.
Okay.
Sorry.
Maybe someone at the college does.
Guarantee you, they're all smarty pantses.
Yeah, if they're not all hopped up on their fizzy drinks.
Alrighty. So, you have your 3 slabs, Fordrum. You have your 10 pieces of paper, Sinclair. Make sure they're labeled appropriately in the party loot. And you can still follow your Find the Path, Fordrum.
Cool.
Deeper and deeper in. Wandering through, you are going through periodic ruins for about 15, 20 minutes before eventually your path shines brightly through this entire area and you feel you are in this lost city.
I think we're
Notably,
here.
there's a lot of vines, overgrowth in this area. The city itself is covered in moss, and there's ivy all over the place. You see a handful of skeletons, long since dead, leaning against rocks. Some of them look like they broke necessary components of their bodies. Others look like they were trapped underneath falling rocks or rubble or homes or doors and other things like that. A few of them also look like they were struck down utilizing blades. And then you see a few more moist bodies. Still skeletal in nature, but the juice is still on the bones from the rotten decay, showing they are much more recent than the other ones that you've encountered. And as you're walking through here, Zurazar, you start to notice a few little markings in Thieves' Cant. They mark territory, ownership, as well as one of the markings outlines weight with weapons displayed.
Well, the shipments I think did come through here. I'll look down at the bodies. Can I see any hidden symbols of potential allegiance?
Give me an investigation roll.
Oh, I am going to use my my recap inspiration on this because why not? Oh, didn't need it. 22. Hey!
We love
again.
22. All right, we officially rolled more 22s than 15. So, going through the first few bodies you see, they do look more fresh. There's no symbols on them that point them out as anybody in particular with allegiances to any particular company you're aware of, or guild, or whatever you want to call them, organization. However, when you start rummaging through their belongings, you do pick up that one of them does have a poker chip from the casino.
That's basically a sign of allegiance right there.
Yeah.
I'll pocket that.
Yep, that's make sure you add 1 gold piece poker chip to your pocket.
Shit. Yeah. There's ours. Well,
you also notice one more thing about them.
Ooh.
It's their flesh. By the looks of it, there was no attack on these individuals. There was no fighting or resistance. Whatever happened fast. And wherever they were is where they had whatever was on them melted away, because they must have only been here a month. And even with buzzards and things like that, they should not be down to their juicy bones. Whatever it was burned away everything somehow. Down to their bones.
Ew. So good news, we are definitely going in the right direction.
Yay.
Why are there bones?
What?
Why are there bones?
Why are there bones? Oh, they were melted.
Oh, neat.
Are there any skulls?
I mean, there's a bunch of bones. I'll look. Is there a skull?
Yeah. Bones, skulls, bones, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaws still intact, too.
Can I try to take a closer... Oh.
I'm just gonna tap the top of it. Just boop, boop, boop. You mean this?
And your knuckle is covered with the...
Ew. I'll just flick it off.
Notably, inside, the brain's still intact.
Can I try to take a closer look and see if I can figure out what might have done this?
Nature check.
I was going for medicine.
Medicine would determine the source of their
Fair.
death. Nature would tell you what it was.
Fair.
So you could roll a medicine as well for source. All right, 16-19. Nice. Medicine. Braska, acid. The fact that it corroded through the skin, the muscles, and then the organs underneath the bones, but didn't get through the bones itself. Very potent acid. Very dangerous acid. And when you lift up the skull, the fact that the head is completely fine means that acid came from above them. Then you look up towards the area around you. Yeah, this is open enough. A large creature could easily fly through here and hoard away inside of a forgotten ruined city. Yeah, you think a dragon's nearby.
Yeah.
Probably a black one.
Makes sense.
And on
So,
that
guys-
joyous note, we're going to call the session. When we come back
There
next
be
week, Sinclair
dragons.
does Sinclair things by talking to the dead skull, and everybody figures out how much you really need those diamonds. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you had a great time. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.